Good morning, and thank you for being here today for my session on finance fundamentals for women in business. Now, I have a few slides to share with you, so just bear with me a moment while I share my screen. So hopefully you can see that. Now, Kim and Carolyn are here with me today, and they'll be keeping an eye on the chat box and the comments. So please feel free to leave your questions or comments there. The other ladies actually mentioned that they had times in their relationships where they wanted to run away. I can happily say that I haven't run away from home, but there were definitely times when I came close. My purpose is for all women to have the skills and confidence to look after and grow their money so that they can achieve their full potential, improve their health, and enjoy better relationships. I firmly believe that women with money can change the world for the better. So if you're already in business or you're thinking about starting one, this session is for you. Now, sadly, many entrepreneurs only realise the impact poor financial management has had on their business when it's too late. My goal is for women in business to take money management seriously from the time they start their business. I help them stop problems such as cash flow issues and poor money decisions before they threaten to wreck their business and potentially their lives too. So this is the work that I'm really passionate about. Now, essentially the process for being in control of your personal finances is much the same for your business finances. It's all about having goals, deciding what you want, having a plan to get there, being organised and adjusting as required. So today I'm going to cover what you can do to alleviate money stress as a business owner. Now, this might be showing up for you as dissatisfaction with where you're at financially, finding it hard to make plans for your business, struggling with the ups and downs in business income, constantly juggling money around, putting out fires between your personal and business finances, and arguments with your partner over money. For the most part, the business owners I talk to hate dealing with their business finances. However, I can assure you, if you give your finances overall more attention, your business will be much better off. So first up today, I want to share some interesting research with you. I'll just get my hand on the right mouse here. Okay. Mums represent 1/6 of all small businesses and provide income for over 500,000 Australians. A leading research firm produced the Australian Mums in Business report based on a survey of mums who own or are considering starting their own business. The report shows that today's mums in business are taking back control of what's important to them. Having flexibility and being their own boss are the primary drivers for women starting businesses. They're brave, they show the true blue Aussie spirit of having a go. Half of business mums started their own business as working for someone else was not viable, and half of them are launching businesses in fields where they have previously never worked. The pandemic and measures to prevent its spread are driving a disproportionate number of women into unemployment as compared to men, and also decreasing their overall working time. We're seeing an increase in the number of women starting businesses from home, and not surprisingly, many women-led bricks and mortar businesses have had to move to offering their services online. The number of Australian women operating their own businesses has steadily increased over the past 20 years. And in fact, there's been a 46% increase in the number of women business operators, and the number of women in self-employment has been increasing at a faster rate than the number of men. Now, the business journey isn't always easy. Almost half believe being a mum has acted as a barrier to their business success, and 50% found starting a business really challenging. Most don't have financial support from others, and over half are using their own savings, or they've taken out a loan or used their credit cards to fund the business. The report shows that financial concerns and the associated stress, as well as not knowing the fundamentals of business, are major barriers stopping those who want to succeed. Now, another common hurdle that women entrepreneurs face is a lack of support from their partner. I'm grateful that my husband supports all of my endeavours, even when he doesn't fully understand or agree with them 100%. But unfortunately for many women, this is not the case. Often the men who insist that women care for children full-time instead of using childcare are also likely to be the men who are the least supportive of any working from home venture. Women without the support of their partner can end up in a situation where they are being pressured to perform and produce financially in their business, while still caring 24/7 for the children and the home. This challenge really concerns me, but it's a challenge I've heard repeatedly from women in business. It's hard enough trying to build a business on your own. Add in the burden of a spouse or partner who's not in your corner and makes comments like, "Show me the money," or "You'll need to get a real job," and it quickly makes life extra stressful. If it's essential for you to make money from your business, discuss expectations with your partner in advance. And this sort of goes back to what Kim said the other day about relationships. A woman starting a business should be having discussions with her partner around this. Freelance working or starting a business is not an exact science. There are no guarantees, and your income is likely to be inconsistent. And that's often the price you pay for flexible working around your family. Now, we all started our businesses for a reason. We want to help our clients and make a positive impact. We want flexible work hours. We want more time with the family. We want control over the work we do. We want the freedom of being our own boss. And we want a greater sense of satisfaction and accomplishment. But we also want to make money, and there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. You may have sole responsibility for your household costs, or you might want to pay your fair share. You might have dreams of home ownership, travel, working less hours, saving for retirement, paying down debt, whatever it is. But guess what happens when people who aren't good with money start their own businesses? Sooner or later, financial issues surface and their business suffers as a result. This is why I'm determined to do everything I can to make sure this doesn't happen to you. Whether you realise it or not, your personal and business finances are interconnected, and your money habits naturally carry over into how you handle money in your business. It follows that if you're not on top of your personal finances, it's likely that you're going to have trouble handling your business finances. And when you can sort out your finances on a personal level, it opens the doors for your business to succeed as well. And this is why I take a holistic view of finances and start with personal finances first, followed by business finances. I want to make sure that business success translates into personal financial success, because otherwise, why would we bother being in business in the first place? And also, if your business fails, you don't want it to ruin your personal finances as well. So now we're going to have a look at the business finance fundamentals. Now, a big mistake that many entrepreneurs make is thinking that budgeting, accounting and bookkeeping are the same thing. They aren't. Each has a very distinct role in the big picture of your business finances. Now, you may be thinking that your bookkeeper or accountant will look after things for you, but their job is to ensure that you have accurate historical records of what is happening financially in your business to determine how much you owe in taxes. And this is not a solution to help you get more clarity and control of your money. It really is up to you to manage every dollar you make and that passes through your business. Bookkeeping looks backwards. However, you need to be across the day-to-day movement of money into and out of your business so that you can confidently plan for the future. It's true that not knowing what is happening with our money doesn't save us from stress, it actually makes it worse. So now I'm just going to go on to the key business numbers that you need to understand when you're running a business. Now, you don't need a finance degree or be good at maths in order to have a profitable and sustainable business. I'll confess I'm not a numbers person, and my husband finds it hilarious that I teach money management. This really amuses me because being a maths whiz doesn't automatically mean that you're good with money. I've had clients who are accountants and finance brokers but still struggled with managing their finances. Looking after your money is so much more than just numbers. It's a myth that you have to be a numbers geek, but you do need systems to do the calculations for you and give you the information you need to make good financial decisions. So let's look at these key numbers you should understand as a business owner. The first one is revenue, and that's simply the total amount of dollars you bring into your business from all income streams. Now, when people talk about 6 or 7 figure businesses, this is the number they're quoting. And we need to keep this in mind because so many people get dazzled by other businesses and their revenue claims. Plus, often those who show up as wealthy and successful are drowning in debt and in a financial mess behind the scenes. Your current cash position is the bottom line, and it's much more valuable than the revenue at the top. And you'll see why in a minute. The next number you need to be aware of are your expenses. Think of these as the dollars out of your business. These include the fixed recurring costs critical to the function of your business, variable costs that change, and discretionary expenses that aren't necessary for the day-to-day operations. Paying attention to these small details and scrutinising every dollar spent is essential to profitable and sustainable businesses. The next number is profit, which is simply the money left over once you pay your business expenses. And it is an important measure of business success. But it doesn't tell you the whole picture of how your business is doing day by day. Even if you're making a good money and showing a profit on paper, it's entirely possible to go bust. In fact, one of the common reasons even profitable businesses fail is that they run out of cash. This is because profit doesn't consider when the money is coming in or going out. Profit won't help you make spending decisions. And we've all made purchases based on our bank balance at the time and live to regret it later when we have a low income month or a stack of expenses we forgot about. Profit is calculated based on historical income and expenses, and it's not a guarantee of future business success. It tells you nothing about keeping your business afloat, and it doesn't give you the opportunity to make changes before problems arise. So the big one that so many business owners neglect is cash flow. And cash flow, excuse me, I've clicked away too soon. Cash flow is simply revenue minus expenses plus cash in the bank. And that is the lifeblood of business. It's possible to have a profitable business over the course of a full year, but run out of cash at a particular point in time. For instance, your business may be profitable overall, but there will be times when expenses exceed business revenue in a particular month. If you're not keeping an eye on your bottom line or your available cash, it can mean the end of your business. And in Australia, more than 60% of small businesses fail within the first 3 years, and poor cash flow management causes 90% of these failures. It's up to you to manage every dollar in your business, and you do that by tracking your cash flow. It's a practice of regularly following a simple process of looking ahead at what is happening financially in your business. What money's coming in, what money's going out, how much cash you have, and how long is it going to last. Managing your cash flow will bring you peace of mind, and it's vital to forward planning for business success, especially when your income is unpredictable. And, if you've got a bookkeeper or accountant, they will help you look after and get the numbers for revenue, expenses, and profit. But it's the cash flow item and the forward planning that really is your responsibility as the business owner. So when your income is unpredictable, as it is likely going to be when you're an entrepreneur, how do we deal with that? There are a number of things, but firstly, I'm sure you've heard this advice many times if you're in business, but it's so important. Separating your business and personal bank accounts is one of the easiest, yet most overlooked tips for dealing with irregular income. Apart from the obvious benefits in ease of accounting and doing your taxes, it will also save you time and your sanity. Next, we need to work out how much you need monthly to cover your business costs. This tells you the baseline revenue needed to keep your business afloat. From there, you can work backwards to determine how many clients you need to take on to break even, and even more importantly, how many clients you need to make a profit. Next, taking care of you and your family is the number one priority, so it's essential that you pay yourself. Treat yourself as an employee of the business, and on a set day each week or month, transfer the money out of your business account and into a personal one. Honestly, the amount doesn't matter, but the habit certainly does. Set money aside for tax as you earn it, rather than waiting to receive a big tax bill. Keep it in a separate savings account that's off limits for other spending. Please don't run personal expenses through your business. Your business bank account is not a personal piggy bank or emergency fund. We cater for those things in our personal finances, not coming from the business. And I suggest you regularly transfer some money into a business savings account to get you through the times when you have less income coming in, or when you want to take a break and have a holiday. This stash will also allow you to invest in the growth of your business without stressing about how you're going to make up the shortfall. And finally, track your cash flow daily so you're not making spending decisions based on your bank balance at the time. You can use an Excel spreadsheet for this, or our powerful spending planner software. Okay, so another thing that many business owners struggle with is working out how much to pay themselves. So how do we go about this? For many business owners, their goal is to replace their income they received as an employee. Now, this approach to determining how much to pay yourself is flawed because it presumes that you are managing your personal money well in the first place. And this is why you need to look at your personal finances as well. Something that many people fail to realise is that business revenue needs to be roughly double what the owner takes as a salary. So if you look at this example, an employee with a gross salary of $100,000 pays $25,000 in tax and takes home $75,000. For a business owner to take home $75,000, the business needs to generate $150,000 in revenue so that operating expenses, tax and profit can be covered. And another thing to remember is that an employee also has the added benefits of paid sick and holiday leave and employer superannuation contributions. So to work out how much to pay yourself, you need to find out where you are now. It makes sense to determine exactly how much money you need to actually fund your current lifestyle by tallying up all of your personal bills and spending and deducting this from your income. It will show you now if you're spending more than you earn and tell you why you find yourself having to take money from your business to meet personal costs. Because without a gap between your income and your spending where you have leftover money, you're never going to pay down your debts, save for big goals, or find any lasting security. And this exercise will also help you decide how much you want your business to pay you. Now, all of this work forms the basis for a budget, or when you work with one of us, a spending plan. And the end result is that you put yourself in the driver's seat where you spend money intentionally with purpose so that you can achieve your goals. It doesn't mean subscribing to a life of misery. It may mean cutting back on things that don't matter to you so that you can afford the things that really do matter. All right. Let's have a look at if your lifestyle is ruining your business. As a business owner, it's up to you to bring the money into your business. And I hope you've accepted that it's up to you to manage the money to help the business grow. However, unlike big companies, the finances of the solo entrepreneur or small business are often closely intertwined with the personal finances of the owner. And that's why you need to pay extra close attention to managing your finances. But here's the thing, if you spend so much time on your business and growth that you neglect your personal finances, you could compromise your future. So taking care of your personal finances is one of the best business decisions you can make. I've already talked about setting up separate bank accounts, but this isn't enough to prevent you from sabotaging yourself. When you feel like you've had a great month of sales, but you're not seeing that in your bank accounts, consider how much of the money you have earned you've used to cover personal expenses. It's so easy to borrow from the business and use the money to cover things in your personal life, but this will affect your cash flow and the profitability of your business. And it's the same when you use money from your personal bank account to buy something for the business. Think about how this is stopping you from reaching your personal goals. Not only that, you have no way of knowing how much your business is actually making or if it's running at a loss. If your personal needs, wants, and values haven't been considered, you don't know what you need to be making to pay your personal bills, and you don't know how all this translates into how much revenue your business needs to earn. And to be honest, if you're struggling to manage your personal finances, you're not ready for business growth and big income months. If you can't manage $1,000, then you'll surely feel overwhelmed when it comes to managing 10 times that or more. This lack of clarity causes fear to creep in, and as a result, you don't bring all of yourself into your business, and it has a detrimental effect on the energy of your business. Let me share a client story with you. When I started working with Lee, she had recently left her very well-paid job in corporate to start her own business. Now, her finances were, to put it in her own words, a mess. She had significant credit card debt. Her business and personal money was in a single bank account, and she was finding it really difficult to get ahead. We worked together to create spending plans for her personal and business finances, and within 2 weeks of having these in place, she told me that her business income had doubled. She believes that her spending plans give her the peace of mind and clarity that allows her to focus on business growth and her personal goals rather than continually taking up headspace worrying about money. 2 years on from finishing work with me, Lee's business is now approaching 7 figures in business revenue, and she's one of my biggest supporters and a huge advocate for spending plans. So, in finishing up, I hope you can see that the issue isn't a lack of money. It's simply whether you're prepared to take action and manage the money you do have. I encourage you to think about what steps you can take to better manage your finances and end the money juggle. Now, I've developed some resources for you. There's a checklist of the key financial fundamentals for business owners. And this checklist and the main slides from today's session, plus some links to government information about support payments. These are all available for you to download from the guides tab in the Facebook group. As already mentioned by the other ladies, the Spending Planner software we use is the ultimate cash flow management tool for both your business and personal finances. Your spending plan acts as a financial GPS, and it takes the guesswork and stress out of managing your finances. It's like having a crystal ball for your financial future. Now, of course, it's possible to do this work on your own, but honestly, will you? There's a big difference between knowing what to do and actually doing it. And I know how hard it is to make big changes on your own because that's the way I did it. The truth is, if you want to achieve lasting transformation, you need a coach. You need accountability. You need a cheerleader. You need a sounding board. Spending planners provide the total solution so you never need to invest in money management coaching again. And we all stand by this old proverb: give a man a fish and he will eat for a day. Teach a man how to fish and you feed him for a lifetime. I think that really sums up the work that we do.